The house overflows. The house did not chase Ayla, it waited. That was the worst part. The front wall remained split open, frozen mid-motion, hands protruding like roots tearing through concrete. Voices spilled out in a low, overlapping murmur, not loud, not frantic, patient. The kind of patience that comes from knowing time is on your side. The old woman grabbed Ayla's arm and pulled her backward, farther into the street. "Don't look at it directly," she hissed. "It needs eye contact to anchor." Ayla's legs felt hollow, like she was running on memory instead of muscle. The streetlights flickered one by one as they retreated, each light dying a second too late, as if the darkness was following instructions. Behind them, the house exhaled. Not angry, relieved. "It's releasing pressure," the woman said. "It can't hold them all anymore." "What happens when it empties?" Ayla asked, her voice shaking. The woman didn't answer immediately. When she did, her voice was flat. "It doesn't empty," she said. "It moves." They reached the woman's house. She slammed the door, locked it, then shoved a heavy cabinet against the wall they shared with Ayla's house. The knocking started instantly on the other side, not pounding, testing, mapping. The woman pulled Ayla into the center of the room and forced her to sit. "Listen carefully," she said. "This is the part no one survives without understanding." The walls breathed, even here. "It's not one house," the woman continued. "It's a system, a network. Houses that learned how to keep what people leave behind, ghosts," Ayla whispered. The woman shook her head sharply. "No, echoes don't die. They wear grooves. Over time, grooves become paths." A crack appeared in the wall behind the cabinet. Just a hairline. "Children hear it first, because you haven't learned how to filter," the woman said. "You don't ignore background noise. You don't dismiss wrongness." The crack widened. "And once it finds a listener," she went on, "it shapes itself around them." Ayla's stomach dropped. "It's shaping around me." "Yes." The whisper slipped through the crack. Gentle now, encouraging. "You hear us best." The woman grabbed a hammer from beneath the table. Ayla recoiled. "Rule 4, she said quickly. "Never break the walls." The woman's hands trembled. "That rule only applies if you're trying to survive outside," she said. She slammed the hammer into the wall. The sound that came out was not a crash. It was a scream. Not one voice. Hundreds. Compressed. The wall bled dust, and something darker beneath it. Thick and sticky like old glue. The crack widened into a hole. Inside, not emptiness. A corridor. Narrow. Lined with wood that looked chewed. The smell hit Ayla next. Rot, dust, old breath. The woman stepped back, gasping. "It's already here," she whispered. It crossed. The whisper rose to a chorus. "You opened us." Hands pressed from inside the corridor, pushing outward, distorting the wood. Ayla stumbled back. The old woman dropped the hammer. "This house is compromised," she said. "We have to leave." They didn't make it to the door. The floor beneath them sagged. Not collapsing, opening. A seam formed, wide and slow, like lips parting. Ayla screamed as the floor tilted, sliding them toward the gap. The woman dug her fingers into the floorboards. "Ayla," she shouted. "Listen to me." Ayla clung to her arm. "It needs you," the woman yelled. "You're the filter." The gap widened. Below it, walls, more walls. Rooms stacked inside rooms, impossible angles, hallways bending back into themselves. Faces pressed from every surface, eyes open, mouths moving silently. Isla felt something pull at her thoughts. Not forcefully, inviting. She heard voices she recognized. Her name, her mother's voice, her father's laugh. The woman's grip slipped. Isla. She screamed. Isla made a choice. She listened. Not to the voices, to the structure. She felt the house the way you feel balance when you're about to fall. The tension, the weight, the stress points. The house wasn't hunting her. It was leaning on her, using her attention to stay stable. She shifted her focus, pulled it away. The floor snapped shut. The corridor screamed. The woman and Ala collapsed onto solid ground, gasping. For a moment, there was silence. True silence. The woman stared at Ayla in horror. You felt it, she said, didn't you? Ayla nodded, tears streaming down her face. I know where it hurts, she whispered. The knocking resumed, from everywhere. The woman backed away slowly. That's bad, she said. That's very bad. Why? Because now, the woman said, it doesn't just hear you. The whisper returned, closer than ever, inside Ayla's head. You know how to hold us. The walls around them began to realign, straightening, strengthening, healing. The house was stabilizing, and it was using Ayla to do it. Across the street, Ayla's parents' house went dark. At the same moment, a scream cut off abruptly. Ayla felt the shift like a muscle contracting. The house wasn't spreading randomly anymore. It was following instructions. Her instructions. The woman grabbed Ayla's shoulders, eyes wild. You can't stay here, she said. If you do, it will finish. Finish what? Ayla whispered. The whisper answered for her, growing. The woman made a decision. One she'd been avoiding for years. There is one way to stop it, she said quietly. But it only works once. Ayala swallowed. What is it? The woman looked at the wall. Then at Ayala. You have to go inside. Thank you for listening to this story. If you're struggling with fear or anxiety, please know that help is available. You can reach out to the National Alliance on Mental Illness Helpline or find resources in your local area. You are not alone. Please subscribe for more stories.